Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and we're just going to do a little chit-chatting about what I've been stitching on, what I've been crocheting, some sewing plans. Let me crack the curtain just a little bit for Miss Callie. She wants to see out into the dark. And my desk back here is still got some things on it that we'll talk about in a minute, and Tippy's just going to dig on the digger. He's already been outside. All right, so hopefully that's all the cat herding. Howie is just in the basket right there. And getting them the cat scratcher has slowed them down, but Howard is bad and has scratched the molding that Scott just put up. So Scott's not really thrilled. Hi, Janet. Hi, Ann. So if you guys recall, I bought that placemat over the weekend. I guess that was Saturday for $1. And I've already cut it out and I've started doing the stitching on it. And I was just going to show that to you real quick. I actually have two pieces like this, but this is the only one I've started stitching on. And again, this is going to end up being a zippered bag. It would be good for traveling. So it'll have a zipper up here. It'll be fully lined. The sides will get sewn, and then this will be boxed off. So it'll be roomier at the bottom than it is at the top. But I think it's going to turn out cute. I'm doing the Chico just running stitch back and forth, but I'm also going to do some other stitching on it. I just wanted to do this to give it an all over look, but I'm going to do more stitching on it. So this is in process, and that's slow stitching. And I have a friend that put in a request for some chicken butt coasters. This is a picture off Pinterest of them. And I got the pattern from, let me see. I'll have to put the link because her website's not on any of these pages because of the way I printed it. And I did change how I did my feet. She just did a chain and then just kind of formed the toes and glued them. I didn't want to have any glue to be hard on there. So let me show you I've made two so far. So this is this one. And you can see my feet, they're a little wonky and stuff, but I've actually crocheted them in place instead of doing a chain and then bending the toes and gluing them and then making the leg. All of that's been crocheted onto there. And I didn't glue anything. Everything's been sewn into position. I'm thinking about covering the back with some cotton fabric, kind of applique it to the back. So I'd stitch like just inside the edge, and I wouldn't do the comb part of it. I would just do wherever it's white, I would just cover all of that. So anyway, this one, the chicken's upside down looking at you. And then this one, the chicken's looking over her shoulder, like, who are you looking at? And you can see the legs turn out a little bit wild looking with the way I'm doing them instead of the chain and then gluing. Hi, Dar. So that's two, and she said she'd like 2 sets. So I'm assuming a set is 3 chickens, and so I'm going to do 6 of these. So there'll be 2 that are looking under, 2 like this, and 2 with them peeking off. The head will be over on the side here on the next one. But I'm having fun with these. I did end up going to Walmart to get the yarn, and I got the peaches and cream. At Walmart, it's only $1.97. I got the light pink and the orange pretty easily when I went, but the red was on the cap shelf, so I got it. I saw it up there, and I got Scott to lift me down a red one. And then I just went ahead and I bought a big cone of white, because white, you can pair that with any color. Like when I'm doing dishcloths, white stripes look really nice. So that's the chickens so far. And that's this pattern. Then I saw a wreath on Pinterest, and Heather would probably buy into this as well. It was a wreath of nothing but a bunch of crocheted flowers. So I just went looking for a pattern for crocheted flowers, and I found this. It's called Bramble Crochet Flowers. And I thought I could even use bits, leftover bits. They use DK weight yarns and a 4mm hook to make the flowers. And it was a free pattern, and I'll try to go back and find the link to this as well. You just sign up for their newsletter to come to your email, and then they'll send you this pattern for free. It's let's see. She's got a blog, an Etsy shop, Ravelry, Facebook, and Instagram at Annie Design Crochet. Annie Design Crochet, all one word. And if you wanted to email her, her name is actually Carmen. It looks like Carmen at AnnieDesignCrochet.com. So I'm going to send you over to Annie to get that. And then this came up on the Hirschner's website. And I just thought it was funny since that we had just done that, cobble stitch a couple months back. And I know Vicki had done a baby blanket using it. But then this is a Bobbly Clean dishcloth that kind of reminded me of the cobble stitch, but it's bobbles instead. But it would make them very scrubby dishcloths. And I thought I'd make some of those up just when I'm sitting. Is this a knit or a crochet pattern? Let me look. I think this is, yep, this is a knitted pattern. So this would be a real struggle for me to do. I can do bobbles with crochet easily. So this should prove interesting. I'll have to learn some new things. There's instructions on making I-cord. Now I've heard Arne and Carlos speak about I-cord before, but I've never knitted anything. And you're going to knit holding two strands together unless otherwise instructed. I'll put a link to this in case somebody else that knits. I might try one. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, my knitting, I'm struggling with it, but I'll keep trying. Good morning, Pam. And let's see, I showed you the bag that I started and then the crochet projects. And then Scott helped me get in this dress. I could not breathe. I had to hold my stomach and diaphragm in. I need to lose about another 10, 15 pounds and it'll fit perfectly. But I need to hem the sleeves still. So I thought I'd sit here and pin that with you guys and we could chat a bit. And I'm just going to do, I'm going to fold over a 1/4 inch and then fold it over again. And I want to turn the dress wrong side out so it's ready to go when I get over there at the sewing machine. I've still got the belt pinned to the back so that it doesn't get in the way. And I keep losing pins on the floor. So some seams I finished with pinking shears. Some I finished with my serger. And if I had taken narrower, I did take a narrower seam on the sides, but it's got multiple sections. And if I had taken narrower seams years ago on the different sections, the dress would probably fit me. But there's no going back. I've trimmed the seams. I have not taken the basting stitches out of the zipper, and I'm probably going to just You can see them there, the basting stitches. I'm going to just leave them in there because it's on the inside of the dress and I'm the only one that'll know they're there. But I thought I would just show you guys how I do this and chit chat with you guys. So I'll bring you over here and point you down. Unbleached cotton straight from the mill. Oh, cool. Now, I'm just an eyeballer. I'm leaving the serger threads because if you cut them straight down, they have a tendency of unraveling. So I'm just going to lay this flat to one side or the other, and then I'm just going to hide the serger end inside, and then I just kind of eyeball 1/4 of an inch and stick a pin in it and work my way around, and then I roll it one more time about the same thickness, and I just go around. Generally, I would, after I pin it the first time, take it and iron it, pull the pins out and iron it in place, but pull the pins as I'm ironing, not take them all out because it'll just come out. It's take one out, iron that section, and so on. But I'm not going to do that today. I just want to get this whip done. I do think what I'm going to do on the bottom, the hem is not a straight across hem. It's a high-low hem. So I'm going to do 1/4 inch around like this and then fold up a full inch, and that I will press and see how that turns out. I just love the cotton dishcloths, and those pot holders I've started making because of Mary Lou. They're nice and thick. I got Greg to take a pot holder and a couple dishcloths to his girlfriend the other day. We don't see her much. They're learning how to get along, I guess. So hopefully she'll spend a little bit more time, just over this way. We'll see. That relationship between daughter-in-law and and mother-in-law or future mother-in-law or whatever, or when you're dating, that's difficult. That's a difficult period to learn if you're going to be able to tolerate the family as well as the son, How I just stabbed myself in the finger. So see, I just popped that over. I pull a pin out. That one's already coming out. And I'm folding it the same thickness. And I'm putting my pin back in. And then I'll take it to the sewing machine and just go around. I do have to turn the dress because with this being a short sleeve, there's nothing really here to twist. And I asked Scott if I should leave the sleeves or take them off, and he said he liked it with the sleeves. So he was the only one I had here to give me a recommendation. But this dress has been in the making for close to 20 years, I think. I meant to ask Robin how long she's been married to Dave because I was making this to wear to her wedding. All right, so that's ready for the sewing machine, and I'll just take it over and go around. And now I got to do the other one. I'm debating on the hem of the dress, if I should put it through just the edge through the serger and then just fold it up. I don't know. I'm thinking that would be the easiest instead of trying to do a narrow 1/4 inch and then fold it up. It might be easier just to do a serged edge and then fold up 1 inch on there. I need to look at the pattern and find out how much of a seam allowance they had said was there. It's actually, it is a classic style of dress. It looks very much like the dress I wore for my senior pictures in high school in 1981. I had that picture taken because I graduated in 82, because you know you get your senior pictures during the summer. At least I did up there in that small town I grew up in New York. I'm going to have to go get something to eat shortly because my stomach's growling. And I slept most of yesterday afternoon. It was like I could not keep my eyes open. I don't know what was wrong. And then I went right to bed last night and slept all night. I guess maybe I was just exhausted from, we're, we're battling allergies really bad. And that just makes me feel ill. But while I was sleeping, Scott took the rest of the neighbor's rotten fence down. That, you know, they don't care. They've got a water heater in their backyard and an old carpet in their backyard and 2 fallen trees still laying in their backyard, so they don't care. But now that he's got that fence down, I'm going to clean our chain link fence that they had behind their fence. The chain link, the original owner of this house put in. So I know that part was ours. So I need to just clean the fence line up of the stuff that's on my side of the chain link and cut the trees back. It's a real mess. I got a little bit of looks like a pinch right there in that seam, but you know what? At this point, I'm so over this dress. Oh, Cole, for crying out loud, you were in here. Greg will be home soon, and you can like come in when he comes in for a shower. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's actually a costume pattern. I'll show you the pattern cover here in a minute. And it's like all these like medieval dresses that you're supposed to do in all these jewel tones. And I just did it in a cotton because I thought, oh, that'll be so nice on a hot day to just have cotton, breathable cotton. The only thing I don't care for is the neck. It's really almost too wide for me, and it doesn't cover my bra straps and kind of falls off my shoulder. I'm not sure how to fix that at this stage. I guess I could pin it to my bra to keep it in place with safety pins. So this is ready now. The sleeves are ready to just zip, zip, zip around. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to serge the bottom. Here, I can show you what the dress. See how this is shorter than the back? That's not because of the way I'm holding the dress. It's actually that much different. And I do have where the gores did not quite meet. So I'm going to just kind of get my curved ruler and lay this down and draw a line and cut it so that it's a nice smooth curve. Because this gore, I didn't get it well. And that I did years ago, this part, because it's got this shorter gore. And that side met, but this side didn't. And I'll get my curved ruler out and fix that. So I'm going to put this over at the sewing machine, and I'll grab the pattern. It's a simplicity pattern of all these costumes. And I was going to do just the sleeves without the bells on them and have them that long, but I just cut them off for short sleeves because I don't particularly care for long sleeves at all. So let me see if it says anything about the hem in here. This is another whole section here. Finish the raw edge. Stitch under 1/4 of an inch, zigzag or overlock serge. Slip hem in place. And they don't tell you on here what the hem is, so I have to dig out the pattern piece. Oh, thanks, Janet. Let's see. I just need one piece from the skirt. Here, let's bring you back up now. Up farther than that. There we go. Okay. I think this is a section of skirt. Oh, it's a 1.5 inch seam allowance. Okay. Okay. 1.5 inches. That's actually really, really good. All right. Let's see. I hear you, Cole. I understand. You want in now. Well, that looks like that goes up like so. This goes inside that like so. And there, and there, and there. So each of those sections was actually 2 pieces. You'd have an upper piece, and then you had to add more to the length. So 1.5 inch hem. And that's all I have left to do on that. And then the next project we have from the whips projects, we'll look at that real quick, which is bag 9. Bag 9. Is the dragon, and I think I need to cut some pieces out because there's like spare fabric in there that was with this, and I think I need to cut. I think I was going to put gray wherever there's this beigey color on that red dragon, because I have a red dragon cut out. But these are shoulder dragons. You can drape them on your shoulder. So I don't know if I'll do this one on the machine or if I'll just sew it by hand. The rabbit that I made, I did all by hand. He was completely sewn by hand, and he turned out so good. This is the bunny I made. And I think I'll do that. I like how he's got one ear down. Kind of looks cute. So yeah, I think I'll sew the dragon by hand. I'm keeping all my handmade critters together over here. I haven't made the little hanging bins yet. Those need to be added to my list of things. But I've got 3 bears, a rabbit, a cat. Oh, nope, 2 rabbits and a pig that are all handmade. And then yesterday when we were at Walmart getting the crochet cotton, I was looking in the Easter stuff for my the maple eggs that I like. Every Easter I get a couple just as a treat because they're only available at Easter, and none of the stores are carrying the maple flavored ones this year around here. And Amazon wants crazy money for one single candy, so I'm not doing that. But yeah, this jumped out, and I just let him jump over into the cart because for $2.97, I thought that chicken needs to come home with me. But I thought how funny it would be to take this chicken and just take pictures of it in random places. Like Janet's traveling friend does. But this chicken was just cracked me up so bad it had to come home because I just love that its wings are so fluffy. So he was just too cute to leave there. He had friends. He had a larger friend, but I like the little guy because I can, randomly put him places. Like there, he's on my art cart. And I have gnomes on the art cart too. They're hiding. See, there's a little gnome. So I just have these here to make me smile. As far as on my table back there, so we'll do the dragon next as the whips pile gets whittled down. I think we're on the last 4. The dress, the dragon. There's a pair of pants. Yeah, there's 4 more things in that bag, I think, or 3. Hang on. No, the dragon, a skirt, and a pair of pants. That's all I have left out of 21 works in progress. So back here, this bag here is my 2023 Christmas card book. I need to make this into a book, so I have it done. And then I've got my next cat portrait that I need to paper piece. I promised that would be done. And then in here, in this little box, I have started a little journal using the things I bought from Crafty Lodge, Lovely's Crafty Lodge, Declan. And I put them in here, and to go to decorate it, I had come across these. These were some stickers that I got. And I'm going to decorate the pages, but I want to make a little journal with those. And I've got tags and the cheesecloth that she dyed. I got the free greenish one and the pink one. I might pair them up together. And so there's that. It's just random projects back there. I have this Melissa and Doug box, like they put their toys in, and then all these matches, because I still want to do that match box that's in that little book that Ann and I have. I don't have it out here, but you decorate each of the little match boxes and make them like mini shadow boxes, and then you put them into something else. And I find these little wooden boxes at Goodwill all the time where somebody got a Melissa and Doug toy, but they don't keep the tray. They donate the little wooden tray. And so I thought, and you decorate the inside part of the box because it's open. I've got to find a new home for them. And then the other one, you decorate just the outside of it. And then you just put them in the box, one open, one closed. And it just looks really cool. And that's a project I want to do. But again, I got to find somewhere to put the matches that are in there. So that's 2 projects. Then I've got my birthday cards. I need to do something with my birthday cards. And then there's just small odds and ends. This fishbowl we just keep on the desk, and it's for found objects, like part of a Nerf missile and just random pieces of iron or steel. This fork, a random metal disc, some wooden pieces. It's just things we found while, like opening the car door at the parking lot, and there'll be something laying on the ground and we just bring it home. So that's what that jar is. And it has cat hair in it too. I wonder how that happened. So that's all I have to share this morning. So it's looking like the dragon is the next thing on my list. And I need to go find the links for all these things I've shared. And while cleaning up and bringing stuff back in, I found my hedgehog pincushion. So I now have 2 pincushions to absorb all the pins that I'm getting out of works in progress. I'm hoping this week to finish those last whips that I have. And then I might go through and refill my plastic bags. I put all of them in a numbered plastic bag like this. And I could probably go through and find more projects to start this again. But it'll take me some time to do that. And I want to start working my way through some in-time projects. Like I just bought this fabric at Joann's. I went ahead and got it. And I showed this to you guys, because I want to make another one of those Rebecca dresses, which I don't think I can't share the pattern for that anymore because DG Patterns doesn't have it available anymore. At the time that I got it, it was a free pattern from them. I'm pretty sure it was DG Pattern. But they have some beautiful PDF patterns, and they fit me so well. You did make one a while ago? Cool. I never did get around to it. I just came across that again. I need a sip of coffee. So I guess I'll let you guys get on with your Monday. And hopefully I won't forget and miss Janet. I got busy doing something last Monday and I popped in and then something else happened. It was crazy last Monday. I don't know what was going on. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. Let me go see if I can find the links for this stuff. And I will see you Wednesday. And hopefully we'll maybe do something in the art department. So we'll be over there on that table on Wednesday. All right. Bye, guys.